We are back doing some street interviews in Sydney, Australia, and we're talking all things travel, insurance, tips, what you should pack, what you shouldn't pack. So we're gonna go see who we can talk to. I've got my trusty Kmart spoon and let's go. So today we're talking about travel and I'm asking travelers what are their favorite travel destinations. Phoebe, where's yours?
My favorite travel destination would be Edinburgh, Scotland.
Nice. You know, I'm from the UK. I've never been to Scotland. I'm going this year though, so any tips?
Crazy. When are you going?
September.
Okay, well, you've just missed Fringe, which is a massive bummer. But you've got to go to Old Town. I love Old Town. The architecture, the culture, the cafes.
The cobbled little streets.
We love a cobbled street.
Tom, where is the best place you've ever traveled to?
The best place, I mean, Japan. Japan has to be, it's like another world. The Japanese, they have this incredible culture and they still retain so much of their heritage. They're so friendly and polite. It's getting a lot more popular, so a lot more tourists. But yeah, Japan's
Probably Vietnam would probably be a top destination. We've been there 3 times so far and we just love it.
The spring rolls there, so good. Like, yeah, I actually think Vietnamese food is better than Thai food, like controversial. Like
Of the Vietnamese food.
Yeah.
But I do love Thai food as well.
I'm a fan of the fruit drinks you can get in Vietnam. Yeah,
and those iced coffees, those iced coconut coffees, so good. Where is the best place you've ever traveled to?
December, 6 months ago, I went to Sri Lanka for the first time. Before going there, I had never really intended on exploring a place like Sri Lanka, but I went there for work purposes. While I was there, I fell in love straight away. It is such a beautiful and underrated country. The scenery is incredible. The people are so beautiful, so kind. The food is amazing.
The food's incredible. I recently went on a work trip for the first time and I loved it too.
Incredible resorts as well. Like, I love Sri Lanka so much, so I'm already planning another trip back. So at the moment, I would have to say Sri Lanka.
If you were to ask me my favorite destinations to travel, I would say Mexico or Australia. And if you were to ask me my top travel tip, I would probably tell you you should probably get travel insurance for your adventures, which brings me on to the partner of today's video, SafetyWing. When I left the UK 4 years ago to start traveling full-time, I really struggled to find a travel insurance that actually suited my lifestyle. Most travel insurers were designed for short holidays to one country, not long-term travel where you are visiting multiple countries. That was until I found SafetyWing's Nomad Insurance. SafetyWing is a subscription-based travel insurance that covers you in over 170 countries. For as little as $2 per day, you can travel to your heart's content, knowing that if you have an injury, a medical emergency, or an unexpected delay, you are covered. You can either sign up for a one-off trip with specific dates, or if you're like me and traveling long-term, you can set up a monthly subscription and forget about it. No more stress about lapsing coverage or having to renew constantly. You're covered. If you have any adventures coming up this year, make sure you scan the QR code on screen to sign up for a free SafetyWing account, which means when you're ready to board that plane, you are ready to be insured. You can also check out the link in the description down below to find out more about SafetyWing, and I have a more extensive video where I go into all the nitty-gritty details of SafetyWing's travel insurance, and I'll link that down below too. Do you guys have any favorite travel destinations anywhere in the world that you think people should go to?
I like Jamaica. That's one of the places I've been multiple times, so I'd recommend Jamaica.
Awesome.
Yes.
I'd recommend New Zealand. It's pretty chill. It's fun there.
Yeah. I second that. Not been to Jamaica, would love to go, but New Zealand is so beautiful.
There's too many that stand out. I spent 2 months in Western Australia last year doing the Wildflower Trail, driving across the Nullarbor, camping, following around the southwest. The wildflowers were magnificent. The outback to Kimberley, Kakadu.
Kimberley, incredible place. I went to the Bungle Bungles last year. One of my favorite places.
Yes.
I think here, Sydney. Yeah, it's my first time here and I love it so far. Yeah.
What makes you love Sydney, Australia so much?
I don't know, the people, the movement, the noise, everything. Everything about it is really nice.
It's a very beautiful city, and if you haven't visited, highly recommend.
We had a great time in Guatemala, which is Central America.
He missed out my favorite part, which was we went to Antarctica.
You went to Antarctica. That is like bucket list for me. How was that?
There aren't really words to describe it. It's like because there's no human life there, you can't kind of scale how big anything is or like how far away anything is, and like just being so far from anything
was awesome.
And I feel like Antarctica is a pretty niche travel destination. Any tips for traveling Antarctica?
Definitely do it with like an expedition cruise. You don't have to go on one of the big fancy cruise liners. There's plenty of good expedition cruises.
Best destination sounds like Antarctica, sounds amazing. What about the worst destination you've been, like in your whole life, if you have one?
So there's a place in the UK called Blackpool.
Agree.
I went there for a stag do. I'd probably try and avoid ever going there again.
I enjoyed it at the time, but looking back, I wouldn't go back to Nicaragua.
Interesting. Do you know, Nicaragua is one of my favorite countries. I loved it.
I did not fall in love with Paris.
I can see that. Paris can be... We're just also battling some like random hurricane right now as well. I can see that about Paris. Why didn't you like it?
I feel like Paris as a city is somewhere that you go to kind of be depressed in a cafe and look at the world.
And it's just a whole mood.
Yeah, I love a little more adventure.
Probably Cuba. I love it. It's so beautiful, but the city is so sad.
Cuba, is that in Montenegro?
No, it's Central America. It's a country.
I tried.
I think a place that we didn't maybe love initially was actually Paris, which is a very, again, controversial.
You're the second person to say that today.
Yeah. We like, I've always wanted to go to Paris, and then when we actually got there, this was a few years ago, pre-COVID, and when we got there, it was all the public transport was on strike. Just the whole energy of Paris was just really quite negative, and I reckon it took us. We're only there for 5 nights, but I think it took us probably 3 to 4 days, I think, to actually properly settle in to Paris and just kind of be able to enjoy it.
Controversial question. Where is the worst place that you've been, or perhaps somewhere that you wouldn't go again?
The worst place that I've been? New York. I don't like New York. Okay. I don't like New York. I don't like it at all.
Worst place I've been is Yuba City in California. It's trash.
I've never heard of that place, but I will make sure I don't visit.
Trust you don't want to hear.
Any like travel advice you'd give someone that's never traveled before?
Someone who's never traveled before, I would say take a map, get off your phone, get lost like a local. That's the best way to experience things.
Yeah. Love that. I do the same. Any time I land somewhere new, just walk around the city, get lost, see what happens.
Get to the airport early, y'all. Get there 2-3 hours early so you know where you're going.
Pack your underwear and a spare change of clothes and carry on.
I do this because I'm so scared my luggage is going to get lost, and then I'm without toothbrush.
All your necessities, so any medication, that sort of stuff, definitely having your carry-on. Yeah. I think really watch YouTube videos, research the place that you're going to as well, just to try and find out if there's anything that you need to be mindful of, any must-dos, must-not-dos, that kind of thing.
Differences. Going to Japan with tattoos, just be nice. Yeah.
Watch a lot of YouTube videos of people that knows how to move, and
Pack a lot of stuff on your carry-on. They don't check the weight on that. They say it's 16 pounds only, but I've never had to check once.
To always do your research first. Make sure that you know if you need visas, entry permits, like I've gone to a lot of Aboriginal communities. Yeah. Making sure if you travel in Australia, do you need cash to access petrol? Yeah. What days do they open? So doing a lot of things like that, your research. National parks, making sure your grades, you can manage the grades.
TikTok is incredible for doing travel research. Like you could literally just type in any country or city in the TikTok search bar, and you'll see all these amazing videos that tell you all about like what you can do in this city, in this country, the best places to visit, like professional travel content creators, reviews on countries and cities. So if you're wanting to really like put together like a really good travel plan or know the best places to go to right now, TikTok is where I'm going to for all the travel advice.
Perfect. Love that.
SIM cards are great. I love a SIM card for the phone because you need that data.
And eSIMs are great as well, local SIM card or an eSIM. Yep. And travel insurance, do you think it's important? Do you travel with insurance?
Oh, it's a must. You can't travel without it because, even if you've prepared, the best possible preparation you could have ever done, something can go wrong and then it can just affect your life massively. So you have to have insurance.
Yeah. Do not ever travel internationally without travel insurance. It could be one of the biggest regrets of your whole life. Yeah. So pay the few $100s. If you can't afford to pay that, do not travel.
I agree. We've actually spoken to quite a few people today who just don't use travel insurance. And I think it is so irresponsible to travel, like being so far away from home. You're putting financial pressure on like your family if anything goes wrong, or like the local community? What about travel insurance? Do you guys use travel insurance?
Yeah, we've got like we found a good backpacker 1-year insurance.
And do you ever get travel insurance?
Yeah. Yeah, I've got travel insurance.
Do you guys get travel insurance?
No, I don't have that.
Same, I don't get it.
Depends on the country.
Okay.
So some countries
Explain.
that I feel are safe and clean, I don't bother with insurance. Some countries that I feel are not as clean and not as safe, I'll get insurance just to be safe.
Do you know, I think especially these days with lots of different COVID variants, lots of different potential accidents you could happen, I say if it's not that expensive, then yeah. Yeah.
That's good. I think you should not travel without insurance. Do you have any crazy travel stories?
Crazy travel stories. Do you know, I might keep those under the table for myself.
That's fair. That's fair.
We've met quite a few cool people, but the coolest person we met has actually helped hook us up with a scuba diving trip to the Galapagos. And we were underwater, and firstly someone got separated from the group. They're fine, but we lost them underwater.
Okay, scariest thing to happen when someone goes missing on the group tour. Like, I've definitely been in that situation. Not me, but like, where are they gone?
Yeah, it was. I know when you're underwater as well, they could literally be anywhere. But on a couple of those, we were just underwater, clinging onto rocks because the currents were wild, and then suddenly there were just whale sharks swimming past, and it was just one of those moments that you're like, where am I?
And as a traveler, what is one thing that you always pack in your suitcase or your backpack?
My laptop, my Yeti.
Good walking, hiking shoes.
Probably my portable charger. Yeah. That's for sure in my bag at all times.
Extra socks.
Extra socks. Always sensible.
My EPIRB.
A what?
EPIRB. It's connected to the satellite because I do a lot of driving remote areas and bushwalking. You don't have mobile coverage.
So like connected to the internet?
No, to satellites because you don't always have the internet in outback Australia. Mobile phones don't work. So I carry an EPIRB. So if something happens to me, I can set it off and they can locate me via the satellite to get medical help.
Yeah, and I would say like a lightweight kind of rain jacket because at any point wherever you are, you will need it at some point. For sure.
I actually bring an umbrella around with me, and I think people think that's a bit weird, but I think being from England, like, you just think it's going to rain at any point. I think it does rain in other countries, right?
I overpack so many outfits.
Same.
I hate to be that person that is limited on clothes and wears the same clothes every 2 days. I hate that. I pack out way more outfits than I know that I need, but I just want to have a variety of shirts, pants, jackets, whatever. I want to be able to pick my outfits and wear different things every day.
Nice.
So I'm always really pushing the limit with the baggage allowance at the airport because I just have twice as many clothes I need. But that's just how I like to travel.
Yeah, fair. And we want to look good in the travel pictures, but I'm the same. I maxed that out. I'm like 26K. Yeah.
We can't have 7 different posts on Instagram with the same outfits.
Yeah. Agree here. Where is one place that you are absolutely dying to go?
I gotta go to Greece. I need to see all that architecture and the culture.
A nice gyros wrap on the beach.
Yeah, absolutely. A nice temple in the afternoon.
Yeah, so we're just stopping in Sydney, kind of transiting through, and then we're off to the Philippines on Monday.
Hawaii.
Yeah, Hawaii.
Back to Los Angeles to see my friends, and then I actually want to go to Chile in South America.
Nice. I've not been there before, but I've heard it's beautiful.
One place that we really want to try and get to is Norway, so to Tromsø to do the Northern Lights and whatnot. So that's probably one of the biggest.
I'm going to Thailand in 2 weeks. I've been quite a few times, but just going to go for an island, resort, relax. Yeah, super excited about Thailand.
A bit of White Lotus vibe.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, some kaftans and...
Okay, so there we have it. Those are some travel tips from fellow travelers. It's interesting that some people choose not to use insurance and others do. I think that's so important. Again, a big thanks to Safety Wing for partnering with me on this video. You can scan the QR code on screen or check out the link in the description down below to create your free Safety Wing account. And then when you're ready to travel, you can just click insure and you are good to go. Thanks again for watching this video. Let me know down in the comments below, what is your favorite travel destination? Thanks for watching this video, guys. Take care and peace out.